We don't kill nobody, we don't push nobody, we don't make nobody. Like, if you don't want, okay, leave. Like, even yesterday, I was talking with them. It was Saturday, and everybody complained about they tired. What you want? All week you was work hard. End of the week, if you don't tired, this is good question. You have to worry about yourself. But this is Saturday. Your 6th day, you work so hard. Of course, you're gonna tired. Tomorrow rest, and Monday we're gonna begin one more training. If you don't want, go back to Dagestan and stay with your mom. She's gonna give you every day good breakfast. You don't do nothing. Stay there. But if you come here, don't complain. You wanna become best. You wanna become champion. And now you wanna say like you tired. Who cares? You tired or not? Nobody care about you. Even you, if you're gonna watch fight, you just watch fight. They walk out inside the cage, they fight, and they leave. You don't know what happened behind the scenes. This is not your business. Nobody care about this. He was tired, he have personal problem, family. Nobody cares. You don't know, like, you just see how he fight and he go. And for this one, you have to train so hard. If you don't want, halas, go back to Dagestan.
This is, I talk about experience, but there is one more things, like about your mental toughness. Because when you go to the cage, you have so many emotional come same time on your head. And you have to live this, every emotional they have separate places. But if everything come on your mind, and this can make you weak, this can make you break, this can make you strong, you know. It's like these things big difference between regular fighters and champions. It was biggest fight in UFC history, like billions people watch, and it was like big pressure. This guy, like you say, he was talk too much.
You're talking about Conor?
Like, yes, I talk about Conor. Yeah, and it was like very big fight, and it was like big pressure on me. And I remember when I was talking with my father, and he told me, "Hey, remember, you know how people make diamonds? Diamonds make it under big pressure. If you can handle this pressure, you're gonna become diamond. But if you lose, you're gonna be loser."
We have hotel, we have food, we have cars, and we have gym. And every single day you wake up, train, eat, sleep, and repeat. You know, it's like I was doing same thing all my life. Stability. If you don't have stability, if you don't recover between the trainings, you're never gonna become success. I talk about MMA, mixed martial arts. You know, you have to train every day. You have to do same thing: sparring, grappling, wrestling, running, like meets, bag, every single day. Like, you cannot, like, if you fight it, you cannot sing and come to inside the cage and win. No, you have to do same thing every single day, and so many years, you know. You have to sacrifice everything what you have.
Готовьтесь, приходите, готовьтесь, тренируйте. Самое главное, не пропускайте, все. Потом вы один раз подеретесь, если выиграете, да, иншалла, 1, 2, 3, вы уже в коле входите, да, и потихоньку вы уже знаете, что 2, 3, 4 боя выиграли, вы знаете, через 2-3 месяца бой, бой сделали, там 2-3 недели отдохнули, пришли заново, 2-3 месяца отпахали бой. И вот так потихоньку будете расти, если вы хотите выступать, тренироваться, не как геймбад. Месяц потренировался, 4 месяца где-то там, своим движением занимается. Станкас вообще. За все лето, начиная с января месяца, прошло уже полгода. Сколько зарядок ты пропустил? Больше половины. А ты еще говоришь, что ты хочешь тренироваться, выступать, там, я же хожу. Ты даже половину зарядок не сделал. Ты на половину тренировках даже не был. Как ты хочешь, чтобы у тебя результат был?
Like, this is mental game. This is not only about your skills. You have to be 100% with your mental and skills. When everything come together and you're not old, when you're 32 years old, your skills is good, your mental is good, everything come together, then you can shine. A lot of guys, I tell them, brother, you don't have to spend too much time because you want to work, You wanna work and you wanna train. Don't work like this. You have to sacrifice all your life if you wanna become champion. But same time, if you have to make money, for you to live, it's better make money. Because if you are not ready to sacrifice everything, even 1%, it have to be like 100%. You have to be focused to become world champion. If you're working every day like 6 hours and you wanna train like 4 or 5 hours, and you have to sleep, eat, like a lot of things, Like between trainings, you have to train, after sleep, then nighttime you come again train. It's like there is so many things you cannot do. And one of the things, like what father always told me, you don't need to work. You don't need to, just stay focused, train, and your time gonna come.
It's and between trainings, you need recovery. What is this recovery? A lot of people don't understand what is this recovery. Yeah. A lot of people call it like massage, straight, supplements. Like for me, recovery is sleep.
Sleep,
yeah. Most important things.
Yeah.
Between trainings, like at least 2-3 hours. All my life, I was like daytime, I was sleeping. Like from maybe 11 to 1, maybe 12 to 2, maybe 2 to 4, Between trainings, you have to sleep because you train so hard morning, 2 hours, and night, you have to train 2.5. You need rest, you have to rest. A lot of people, they use like morning, they train, go work, because most of the people, they have to make money,
Yeah.
Not every fighters can like just don't work, and they have to, they not focused, they working, training, it's meant 50-50, If you wanna make money, okay, go to work, but if you wanna sacrifice your life and become the best, no, you cannot work. You have to rest between trainings, and nighttime, you have to be fresh on training.
And I think about lose, this is very big motivation for me. I think, wow, now, how I lose? Okay, how I lose? These guys beat me in wrestling, this guy beat me in striking, but 22 fight, nobody punched my face. And I think, no, if I push myself hard, if I training, if I stay motivating, stay hungry, I know lose.
I want to ask you guys, what time is it? What's interesting in this sport? Even if you're 28 and old, 12 and old in UFC, you one of the biggest stars, you smash everybody. People gonna talk about, you have to fight with him, you have to fight with him, you have to fight with him. Give me just respect, because I think I deserve this, because I dominate with all my opponents. I am undefeated. Hey guys, I wanna explain to you guys, different between money and legacy. You fight for money, I fight for legacy. It's different. When you truly fight about money and when you truly fight for legacy, it's two different mentality,
You guys
I am here for legacy.
Saturday night?
Only one king in the jungle. Only one king. Hey, you cannot be interim king. Only one king. We famous, we have money, but we can help people. Why not? If you have money in your hand, this is very good. But if money go in your mind, this is very bad. And that's why we have to stay focused, stay humble, help people. This is very important. And if you help people, why I cannot help him? I'm gonna help him. It's like, this is very important for us. Even if we make one kid happy, it's gonna be a big honor for me.
People, everybody on internet, like Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, they watch everybody, they follow everybody, they know who is who, and we have to show perfect example for people, for Muslims, like everybody in the world. I don't wanna be like just champion, and I wanna be like greatest champion in lightweight division.
I just wanna mold people. This is what I wanna do. Doesn't matter Dustin, Tony, or other opponents. Doesn't matter. When I go to the cage, I mold my opponents. All my life, 27 and 0. People talk about his 6 win streak. What about 27 win streak? And 11 years undefeated. And you know I don't underestimate this guy. I know he's tough challenge, but this guy is not in my level. Young fans, respect your parents, be your parents very close. This is very important. Parents, everything, you know, your mother, your father, and that's it. And everything in your life is gonna be good if you're gonna listen to your parents, mother, father, you know, be very close with them, you know. And that's it. I think other things, everything is come, you know, because your parents gonna teach you what you have to do. But you know, when you're 15, 16 or 17 years old, you think you know everything, you know. You feel a little bit power, you forget about when you was 2 years old or 1.5 years old, you forget about everything. Now you big guy, 16 years old, okay, and you feel power, everything, and you sometimes you don't respect your parents. You have to remember everything. When you grow up, how they support you, how they give you life, you know. This is very important. Be your parents close, and that's it. They ask me 500,000 or belt, 100%. I'm gonna take belt. Why? I'm not coming here for money. I have water, bread. I don't need nothing. I'm mountain guy.
I care about my legacy. I don't want to fight for the money. I don't need fight for the money, you know. Most crazy things, I think, famous or money is like almost same. If money go inside your mind, you know, but if you have money on your hand, this is good. You can do a lot of stuff. You can help a lot of people. But if money go inside your mind and you think about all the time about money, this one is problem. You know, a lot of people, it's like a lot of champions. When I watch, when they become champions, then they come back a little bit different, because when you have belt, when you're champion, when you have attention, when you have money, everything, it's like you don't train like you trained before. Sometimes you have to travel somewhere, you train one time a day. Sometimes you have to do something like some appearance with your sponsorship companies, like this. Like every time, like every month, you can lose like 7-10 trainings. For next 6 months, you can change a little bit because you're training less. But I try to follow this, I try to be focused, I try to train every day hard. But right now I still hungry. I really want to compete, I really enjoy this training. Honestly, I like when between you and your opponent, when you guys have some pressure or like some beef or something like this. But this is sport and a lot of kids follow this, and I think most important, like show respect and show good fights.
My father teach me, hey, you have to be always respectful. This is respect sport, you know. This is not trash talking sport. This is respect. So like I told you before, guys, I wanna change this game. I don't wanna people talk about like opponents, talk about his father, like religion. You cannot talk about religion, you cannot talk about nation, you know. Guys, you cannot talk about this stuff. And you know, this is for me is very important.
But he just wanna make me nervous. But it's okay. This is part of his game. And of course I'm a little bit angry, but you have to control your emotion. You know, when I go to the cage, I'm gonna control. And I have plan. Don't rush, stay relaxed, go forward and make him tired. After I can do whatever I want.
If you have goal, if you wanna do something, you have to hard work. If you work easy, other guys coming and take this. You have to work hard.
All my life I train hard, like since when I beginning walking.
Man, there's crazy stuff going on this week. This thing is cursed. I just should not take this fight.
What? Why? How I'm gonna watch my old fans' eyes? if I'm gonna say, oh, this is not good stylistic matchup for me. I wanna become UFC champion. If I cannot beat Yaquinta, Pettis or Felder, how I can call this? I don't understand this. Hey, I am different mentality. I'm born from crazy mountains. You know, I'm born from, you know, I grew up very tough life. You know, how I'm gonna say this? Like, hey, this is not good matchup for me. Now it's my time. Doesn't matter who.
Breaking news in the land of UFC, the long-awaited fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaethje.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has announced his retirement following the defeat of Justin Gaethje.
What this guy's been through, we're all lucky that we got to see him fight tonight.
I want to say it was my last fight. And no way I'm gonna come here without my father.
He didn't say that he'll fight, but he didn't say no. He's considering the 30-0. His father wanted it.
UFC, give me title shot, please.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Khabib wants this fight, Conor wants this fight, and the fans definitely want this fight. Time to roll.
Him versus Conor. Jesus Christ, that's what I want to see.
Ready for anyone, anybody, any weight class.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, ladies and gentlemen.
Amateur fighter, 8 years, undefeated pro MMA fighter, but nobody catch me. What are you talking about this?
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Too many young guys like follow us, follow him, follow me, and I don't want to be bad example for young generation people. I don't want this. I don't want this. And you know, we cannot be bad people for young generation. This is respect sport, you know. This is not trash talking sport. This is respect. So like I told you before, guys, I wanna change this game. I don't wanna people talk about like opponents, talk about his father, like religion. You cannot talk about religion. You cannot talk about nation. You know, guys, you cannot talk about this stuff. And you know, this is for me is very important. This is not about, oh, I'm tough. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm tough. Of course I'm tough, but I'm smart too. I'm more smart than tough. And people watch on my record and they think, oh, this guy tough. This is not about tough. This is about mind. This is about how you think when you fight.
На первом месте стояла учеба, только потом был спорт. И до сих пор тоже продолжаю учиться. И никогда не бывает поздно учиться. Если даже тебе 50, 60, 70 лет, ты продолжаешь учиться, продолжаешь там, совершать ошибки, там, заново исправлять их. Так что, как говорится, век живи, век учись. И я этим хотел бы сказать вот детям, что всегда на первом месте ставьте учебу. Потому что если у тебя есть мышцы и нету мозгов, тогда проблемы будут.
what I need now. I have belt, I defend my belt. I'm famous, I have money. Why I'm here? Like a lot of people ask me, like they don't understand one things, like what inside me. When I'm training, I don't train for be ready famous. You know, I don't expect this. I train for fight with like best fighters in the world. I care about my legacy. I don't want to fight for the money. I don't need fight for the money, you know. I don't want belt change me. You know, like, because belt come not alone. Belt come with a lot of stuff, like attention,
Sure.
money, sponsorship, like everything, you know, like crazy. Most crazy things, I think, famous or money is like almost same. Opportunity can change you, attention, everything, you know, like mind, because you have to be always be careful about your mind. Because mind control everything what you do. A lot of tough fighters losing because I think about mental. I think I'm toughest guy in UFC about mental. I don't know what I do if I'm not training. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I know only training. And this is my life. If you have goal, if you wanna do something, you have to hard work. If you work easy, somebody, other guys coming and take this. You have to work hard.
Now you have a son as well as a daughter. Was it additional motivation for you?
Yeah, this is big motivation for me because I become two-time father. And when I go to the cage, I think about this. Like my son gonna watch my fights. Like.
So do you think one day you will bring him to the gym and so he will take his first steps on a wrestling match just like you did?
Yes, I think so, because this is very good for young generations, like young kids, when they training, when they learn in school. I think, I don't know about his future, but for sure he gonna train, he gonna like maybe wrestling with bears, like something. We'll see what happens.
Так что семья очень большую роль у меня играет, и я всегда на первом месте ставлю семью. Не вижу, что есть более важные вещи в этой жизни, чем семья. Так что я думаю, что мы все должны тоже на первом месте ставить всегда семью.
I care about my legacy. I don't want to fight for the money. Why I want to be free? Because I'm eagle. I want to fly, just fly. When my time come, I'm gonna die, you know. But before my time come, I want to be fly, you know. I want to be free.
Honestly, I don't know why I have so much everything in my life. Like, I don't know, maybe, like, I want to say thank you so much, God, first of all. Today, I want to say it was my last fight. And no way I'm gonna come here without my father. It was first time when, after what happened with my father, when UFC called me about Justin, I talked with my father, my mother, 3 days. She don't wanna I go fight without father, but I promise her it's gonna be my last fight. And if I give my word, I have to follow this. Большое вам спасибо. В 2008 году, когда я начинал это, и когда в 2012 году я первый раз дрался, подписали в UFC, очень многие не верили, очень многим это было невозможно. Я простой парнишка из обычного горного села Дагестана, приехал сюда. Вчера мне брат даже говорит, Google сказал, что ты самый обсуждаемый человек на планете. Я просто не мог в это поверить, потому что просто вы сами представляете, да, у меня даже в голове этого всего не было. Я просто хотел вместе с отцом, мы шли, просто хотел стать чемпионом. У меня даже в мыслях не было, что вот так все может на мои плечи обрушиться. Альхамдулилля. Если у вас есть родители, будьте рядом с ними, и все. У меня один остался родитель, это моя мама. Я хотел бы побольше времени ей уделить.
Why I want to be free? Because I'm eagle. I want to fly, just fly. When my time come, I'm gonna die, you know. But before my time come, I want to be fly, you know. I want to be free. I want to do whatever I want, you know. I want to spend time with my family, friends, with my people, you know. I want to living in my village. Because even if you have all world, you're gonna die. Everything is gonna be finished one day. And
and couple people gonna come to grave, put you inside the and finish. You know, that's why I don't wanna put like crazy goal in front of me. You know, like very soon, I think like soon my career gonna finish. Of course, I'm not on beginning my way, and soon it's gonna be finished, and I'm gonna beginning my new life. You know, without all this like interview, without all this like with media stuff, like weight cutting, hard training, like focusing. I'm gonna beginning like new life, and for life I don't need like too much, you know. Even if you're billionaire, you never eat more than one bread in one day, you know.
It was my last fight here. I know only one thing, what I want from UFC Tuesday. You guys have to put me on #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, because I deserve this.
He is one of the toughest human beings on the planet, and he's the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and seriously, you have to start putting him up there at GOAT status with, you know, whoever else you think is the GOAT.
You know, there are challenges, of course, every year, every day, every second. You know, there's always challenges. But for me, I am an optimist, true and true. And you know, although there are lots of things going on around the world, but there's lots of opportunity. You know, there's lots of opportunity to adapt, to evolve into something else. All business sectors and all areas are you know, they're forced to look at their ways and adapt and evolve, and that is only good. You know, anytime you're almost, even if you're forced to look at yourself in the mirror and look at your own practices and your own ways of how you carry yourself, you know, if you're forced to look at that and address that and assess that and you know, make growth through that is only a positive. So, you know, I look at this year as an opportunistic year. You know what I mean? There are a lot of things moving and shaking, and you best believe, you know, through this situation we are faced with, you will see some amazing things take place, as you have already seen. You know what I mean? There's some very highly intuitive things. You know what I mean? Some things that have happened and the way people have handled things. So, you know, I just look at it with an opportunistic mindset and a very optimistic. You know, that good things will happen from it. So. It's always happened to me. Anytime anything bad has happened to me, or anytime I've been faced with something that forces me to look at myself or look at the surroundings, you know, it's always worked out for the better. So, you know, you've got to go through the storm to get to the sun, you know, they say. So that for me is the way I'm looking at this year.
Do you think it's possible to achieve success without this mindset, without, you know, seeing opportunities, without being adaptive? Let's say for the upcoming generations, for the next 10 years, all businessmen, if they don't have this mindset, can they succeed? Your opinion?
No.
Impossible, yeah?
I don't think so. I would say so. Yeah, you've got to, you know, it's got to start with the mind. Your mind has to believe in chance, believe in the divine, believe in things to happen for you. You know what I mean? It's got to. You can't. Your mind must create these things before anything else, and then the rest of it, you know, through work ethic, through fighting through the doubts and through the storm, so to speak. You know, maybe other people's doubts upon you. You know, fighting through all of that, strengthening. Again, this strengthens your own mind, and then, you know, you will break through and succeed. You've got to see it. You've got to have it in. You've got to have that outlook.
Fully agree.
And now it is hard at times to get to that stage, but it's about a lot of self-talk. You know, a lot of self-talk with yourself and just being honest with yourself. You know, a lot of people can lie to themselves, but if you're truly honest with yourself, you know, most of us, if not all of us, know the changes we must make or the things we must do in order to become successful or to reach the heights. Where it happens is we just don't do it. You know, I know I've got to get up at 8 a.m. in the morning. I get up at 9 a.m. You know, these are things. I know I shouldn't eat this extra pack of donuts, but you eat them. You know, these are little defeats in yourself. If you simplify it, what time you go to bed, what time you wake up at, if you can control that, if you can control what you put into your mouth, be it food or drink or any of that, if you can control those two things, you know, they are the main things to control. Everything else is, you know, everything else just falls into place after that. So if you listen to yourself and take care of yourself in this manner, it strengthens your power to conquer anything else. And that's, you know, that's where I have succeeded, and it's also where I've fell short. So this is coming from an experienced talk, and even, you know, it's an everyday thing that I must bring it back to the basics. You know, look after my rest, look after my nutrition, treat my body and my mind like a temple, and then everything else falls into place. You know, I could say, make sure I go training, make sure I keep my training structured. But if I get my rest correct, and if I get my food and nutrition correct, the training is I don't even got to speak on the training because it's a guaranteed. I have energy. I am excited to go to work. You know, be it exercise or be it business. So I don't even got to say I got to make sure I got to be at this training session at this time or this meeting. That's a given. I'm asleep at a certain time. I'm up at a certain time. I'm eating a specific diet that's going to boost my immunity, my endurance, my mindset, everything else that comes with it. And then it's like I don't want to say a domino effect, because dominoes is knocking it down. It's like a reverse domino effect. You know, it builds it up. You can't build something on an unstable foundation. You know, you build something on a shaky foundation, you can even get it high as you can. You can, you know, you can build something on it. You can throw things together and get it up high real quick. But the cracks in that early foundations will start to present itself, and it will start to open up and eventually crumble. And it's a hard crumble. You know, it's a hard fall when you do this. Everyone will look to skip these things and make excuses for these things, the basics, but it catches up on you. You know what I mean? The nights out will catch up on you. The lack of discipline in the you know, it's I'm gonna say the small things, but it's not. You know, as they say, the small things make the big things. What you put into your body, what rest you take. You know, you were saying about you have this place where you go to, and it's like your water. You know, we've got to have these things that strengthen us and guide us to that next level, and that's where I'm at now, and I'm trying to stay. No, I'm not trying, because, you know, I'm working for it and I'm doing it. That's it. It's done. I'm engaged fully in it now. I'm fully obsessed and fully committed to being the best version of myself, and that's it, you know. So onwards and upwards we go.
What about surroundings? I mean, people that surround you. How important is it as a part of the core? Picking right people, you know, to help you through it, or maybe cleaning up some people so they don't distract you. You think it's important?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I hear what you're saying. It's like, you know, as time goes on, things will just happen naturally. You know what I mean? I feel those that are there, and those that are not, you know, they are not. And eventually, they say the cream always rises to the top. So, you know, if you just put true faith in that alone, you know that as long as you internally, your own self is correct, and you're a lead, you know, people, you must lead from the top. You know, it filters down throughout the staff or throughout the people surrounding you or whatnot in your businesses. It filters from the top. You know, the staff below or whatnot. I'm not going to say below like people are above each other. It's not like that. But I'm just saying, people that are looking at who's instructing them will be looking at how they carry themselves. They'll be looking at how the leader carries himself, the chairman, the CEO, the boss, whatever way you want to call it. And then, you know, they will respond to that. If the boss is late or if the boss is acting up, well, then everyone else thinks it's okay to act up. You know what I mean? So it comes down from the top. And that's why I'm almost like, you know, regarding bad people that made bad energies or bad things, I don't dwell too much on that, because it almost just works itself out as long as internally you from the top are correct and it filters down, and you will only see good from that. You know, a guy I've been speaking to recently was like, and even my own mother, right? I've been very proud of my mother recently, and actually, she actually, you know, my mother was going through some things, and she came through it with flying colours, and she's like a new woman. And when I seen this, and my mother is at the top, my mother's the top, right? And that's that, seeing her correct. She wasn't telling me, Conor, do this, be right, get yourself right, do this, do that. You know, because that isn't, almost you're gonna say, wait, what? I'm okay, and you'll almost rebel against that. It's leading by example. And I saw my mother in the great light that she was in, and I was in awe of it. And I was like, I'm gonna do that. I wanna get to that stage. I wanna be in this position. And that motivated me to go and correct myself. So that's what I'm saying in that way. You know, as long as you, in your place, are correct and on top of your game to what you need to do and where you're going, everything else around you will fall into shape, and everyone will, you know, take inspiration from that and become that in their own way. And then they will bring their own qualities to it, which will make the whole picture like a Picasso, you know, like a Picasso painting. That's where I'm at now, and I'm trying to stay. No, I'm not trying, because, you know, I'm working for it, and I'm doing it. That's it. It's done. I'm engaged fully in it now. I'm fully obsessed and fully committed to being the best version of myself, and that's it, you know. So onwards and upwards we go. Give me time, because trust me when I tell you this, I'm the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? And I will prove it over time. I feel confident going in against any man, as CLP said, any man God made. You know what I mean? And not only that, I'll whoop God as well. It's in my head 24/7. There's nothing else I can think. I don't think about nothing else. If and that's it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? And that is why. You know what I mean? To be true.
Is that nearly...
all you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a... You know what I mean? That's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. You know what I mean? It's my life.
Stripping that all back to the start of your career, a man with a dream, you know, training in the gym day in, day out. If somebody said to you, you'll have, or you'll be as successful as you are now, what would you had said back then?
I believe you. That's what I would have said. Because I did believe.
Yes.
I believed in it. I had very few people who told me that. I had a small group of people that would tell me something like that. Other than that, it was just me telling myself.
Yep.
So if someone came up to me and told me that all the way back then, I'd say, you're damn right. Knocked them out. I picked around John. Yeah, I said this. I'm sure you are probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You are probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again, and I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there for the world to see, and then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're gonna do and go and do it. I'm not gonna stare at it. You stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it.
You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win, and slack off then. Slack off on the training. Slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now. That's not me. You know, you sleep on a win and you'll wake up with a loss. So I just carry on, keep doing what I'm doing. And that's why this turnaround is so good for me. Vegas, straight away. The Fighting Irish head to the fighting capital. It's perfect. Continue on this path, the freight train straight to the top.
When you're chasing your dream and when you're working hard, chasing something you love and completely dedicated, it just happens. You can't really notice it. You know, even still to this day. I'm in an amazing position in my life, but I'm still working like I'm not. I'm still working like I'm not in this position.
Absolutely.
I'm still working like none of this is even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just something I love to do, and I just keep pushing and keep working hard. I can't pinpoint an exact moment for you, but if anything, I always felt like it was happening way back then, and now it is happening, but. Now I almost feel like it's not happening. You know what I mean? And I want to push to something else.
Absolutely.
I'm always striving to push forward. So
every gym I went to was always, they had that set way. Every gym had that set way of doing things. Don't do it this way, do it that way. So that was just a normal thing that I thought just people just have their own set way, and you must do it that way. You must stand this way, you must kick this way, you must punch this way. But with John, when I went to John, and I met my coach John Cabinet at Straight Blast Gym, it wasn't like that. He had a more open mind and he encouraged different movements. And I'd never experienced that before. I'd never heard a coach say that to me before. And that stuck in my head. You know, I thought to myself, you know, this guy is thinking outside the box. You know what I mean? That he has a vision that everything works, and he encourages every movement, because ultimately there is a time and a place for every single move. So I just knew when I met John and when he spoke, it made complete sense to me, and that was it. I stuck with him and he stuck with me. And
I've been listening to laughter all my career.
Yeah.
I've been listening to them laugh my whole career. They've been laughing. What, an Irishman win a Cage Warriors world title? Hell no. You serious? An Irishman? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. Okay, you gotta win. Now he wants to win a world title? Hell no, he's all talk, he's all hype, he's a joke. Laughter all around at the Joker. Then the Joker goes and wins the world title. Now he wants to win a second world title. More laughter. Listen, I don't know, mate, the sound of laughter and the sound of doubt motivates me. So I'm enjoying that. I seek that. I don't feel no doubt or I don't feel that going and fighting any of these other UFC bums right now. They need to rise up. Right now they're down there. I've got this situation where people are truly doubting me, like they doubted me at the very, very beginning. And that's motivating for me. That's what's gonna drive me to the gym when I need to go to the gym and to put in that work to get that win. So that's where we're at right now.
You're looking at the current king, Ariel. You're interviewing the current king. The current king is here. July 10th, the current king will be there, 145 pounds. July 11th, the current king will be there, raising gold. So, I don't care. It's the McGregor show, let's be honest. It would be great to have it with all the work they put in, but I cannot force an individual if they are afraid. If an individual is afraid to fight, you cannot force him. So, it is what it is. If he's running, if he's scared, there's nothing I can do. I'd probably, sometimes I look in the mirror and get little frights as well looking at myself, because I am an absolute animal, a machine. So I probably wouldn't want to fight me either. So it is what it is. I'll be there, I know that. They say I'm just talk, but here I am walking. Where's everybody else?
My experiences in Cage Warriors and all the other promotions, not just all the promotions before that as well, it helped prepare me for certain situations that you'd find yourself in. But you're talking, even fighting in the UFC and then fighting on a McGregor show in the UFC is leaps and bounds different. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So everything has been a learning experience for me, and I take everything as a learning experience, and I look to grow from it. And and you know what? That's why I keep growing.
You're enjoying great riches and success now, but can you put yourself in the mindset of the guy who was waiting in line with other people?
Always.
Do you remember what that guy was thinking? Were you daydreaming of this? Was that even possible?
Every second of every day I was daydreaming. But of course I can go back and think there. You know, that's I live there in my. You know what I mean? I always be there. You know, I show up and work every single day like I'm not in the position I'm in. Like I'm not me. So that's the mindset I have, and it's.
Obviously, you were due to make history by fighting Rafael dos Anjos. That didn't happen, and now you fight Eddie. Is Eddie an easier route to history? I think that's something your coach, Kavanagh, said.
I think they're very similar. I think they're all the same. They're all, you know, even looking at the contenders that fought last week, like they're not. I almost feel like upset that they're even being mentioned.
You talking about Tony Ferguson?
Everyone, all of them. They're all way down. Like I look at these fights and I realise why the game has never broke into that next level before, because nobody's at that next level. I'm the only one at that next level. So I look forward to going out and showing what I know, that these people do not stand a chance.
You're working in the plumbing business?
I was working in the plumbing business at the time, yeah, but I'm trying to think. It would have been around that time that John. See, I'd left the plumbing business. I left the plumbing business.
How bad was that?
The plumbing?
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Were you actually in the trenches?
I mean, it was an industrial.
Ooh.
So it'd be like building this. It'd be like the plumbing that would be needed in a place like this, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the motorway. And I used to have to walk for about an hour to get to the motorway, and then I'd stand on the edge of the motorway and wait for a bloke to drive by. So he'd give me a lift, and then the motorway was like getting renovation at the time, so it'd take me 2.5 hours to get to the place. It was out in the country. Then I'd be there for 10 hours walking, and I was a first year, so I was the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? It was only beginning. Then 2 hours to get back in the traffic again. It was just a horrible time, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this, and then I just left, and then I just stopped going, didn't get out of bed. Then my dad would come in and try and bait me out of bed, and we'd have fights, and literally for a good while I didn't really speak to my dad. We just kind of stayed away from each other. Anytime I'd come across my dad, anytime we did speak was to fight.
You lived in his house?
Yeah, I was only 18, 17, 18.
But you didn't talk to him? Isn't that kind of awkward?
Yeah, well, not like it wasn't whatever, you know.
You didn't have just a deep relationship?
No, but since this has happened,
right.
Since the dream has happened, since the vision that I had has come true. And like he went through a tough time as well, because he got testicular cancer.
Oh.
So he got sick and all over. And in my head I was thinking maybe I done that because he's worried about me and doesn't know what I'm gonna do, and all these fights that we're having all the time. And like I'm talking full on fights. You come in and punch it. And we're going at it. Yeah, we're going at it.
You're punching back?
Well, yeah, we're going at it, yeah.
Wow. What does your mom say about that, who's so protective of you?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. She just stayed out, you know. But since,
why did it get to that point, to where he was that mad?
Because I was doing absolutely nothing. I was out getting into trouble. Yeah, it basically felt like I was doing fuck all. I was a waster. You know what I mean? I was a waster. Called that a lot. You know what I mean? But now, like, and then when I start getting that focus and realize, no, I'm gonna make this happen. And then now that has happened, I'm making it happen. I have a great relationship with my dad. Like, we talk all the time, and I even see energy in him, and I see energy in me, man. Like, it's depressing times for a lot of people in Ireland. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the country. A lot of people are struggling. Everybody's struggling. But now, since them seeing me chase this dream, it's giving them an energy, and I see a new lease of life in them, and that alone spurs me on even more. So it's all just a perfect storm that's happening for me, and that is why I have this tunnel vision, and that is why I'm willing to kill every single man in my path to get that belt. You know what I mean? To secure the future, from my family's future. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing it for. When I was a kid, I used to always visualize stadiums, and like, even when I was playing football, I'd kick the ball against the wall, and I'd pretend I scored a goal, and I'd run off, and I'd be raising my hand and visualizing a arena full of fans. You know, that was something I'd done as a kid out on my own. I like just running around kicking the ball. So I always had these visions of something, but I just didn't know what it was. And then I suppose when I came to these events and I started training MMA, and then came to an event, it was like, okay, this is it.
this is what I'm gonna do.
Hard work pays. I put in a hell of a lot of work all throughout this build-up in the fight. I pumped out more content than anybody, more content than Fox, more content than ESPN, more content than BT Sport, more content than everybody on the Mag Live on my own channels. You know what I mean? I'm a workhorse from all angles, not just in the gym. But I'm building this media empire now myself, and we pumped out the content. I'm very proud of how it went. We consistently, daily movies I was releasing, you know, from like a month ago, every single day. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. So I'm very proud of it, and I'm very, like, the work pays, hard work pays, and I put in the fucking work, and that's why I'm sitting at the top. I put it all on the line. I show up, I perform, and I get the results from that. So
Stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter, because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win, and slack off then. Slack off on the training. Slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now. That's not me, you know. You sleep on a win and you'll wake up with a loss. So I just carry on, keep doing what I'm doing, and that's why this turnaround is so good for me. Vegas straight away, the Fighting Irish head to the fighting capital. It's perfect. Continue on this path, the freight train straight to the top.
Keep seeking more. We keep, you know, they tell me you'll never do this. You'll never win world titles. I've done it consecutively. So we keep pushing the envelope, keep going. So I'm almost, I conquer one, and then I'm on to the next. So I work and I hustle like I'm not in the position I'm in. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm set.
I love proving people wrong and proving my support right. That's what it's about at the end of the day, you know. This is all fun and games to me. I love it. I love my job. I whoop people for truckloads of cash. How could I hate this life? I love it so much. I am grateful every single day.
I don't know, the Irish people might understand more. A young boy dreaming of putting on the Irish jersey, or dreaming of putting on his favourite football team's jersey and that crest, and lifting that cup, you know. This is my crest. These gloves right here, these UFC gloves, you know. To be the first Irish man to put these on, to lace these up and get in and do the job. Honestly, no one can take that away from me, no matter what. Honestly, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't care about nothing else. I don't know about nothing else, you know what I mean? Don't even listen to it. If I start talking about something else, just don't listen. I'm talking shit. But if I talk about this, if I talk about unarmed combat, if I talk about the human anatomy, you know what I mean? The way the human body moves.
Do you ever have, let's call it a normal job, Conor, a 9 to 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Irish thing is to get into a trade straight away. I was no different. As soon as I finished school, I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You're doing this, doing that. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know what MMA was. They didn't know what none of this. They didn't know I could make a career out of it. As far as they were concerned, my man and dad I'm talking about, as far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting with some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did, really. But I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. But and then I ended up getting a trade just to keep them quiet. Because I used to have a lot of fights with my dad.
What trade did you get?
I ended up getting a trade as a plumber. Literally up in the back arse of nowhere, up in the Wicklow Mountains. And funny enough, that site was one of the biggest sites in Europe. Kiltiernan. It was right at that skiing place. Huge. And now it's just abandoned. Now it's just deserted. So I used to go up there 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on that M50. I used to have to walk to the N4. About half an hour from my house, wait for some Limerick guy that I didn't even know. He'd drive on the M4 and I'd have to flag him down. Nightmare, yeah. 2 hours down on the M50, 2 hours back. Literally 14-hour days, and I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop. I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that, and I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me.
How long did you last?
I lasted 18 months doing it, but it was tough, you know what I mean? It wasn't a life for me, you know what I mean? And then John said, because I was training with John as well at the time. And then John got in touch and says, I have a show, I'm running a show, I'd like to fight on it. And then that was it. I just packed it in, didn't show up.
my dad used to come in and punch the head out of me and like try and drag me out of bed, and I just wouldn't go. You know what I mean? I had uproar for a good few years with him over it, and that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. And that's I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There's a lot of stressful years. You know what I mean? A lot of tough times, but I proved them wrong. I proved myself right.
It's important that you put a conscious effort into appreciating your surroundings, you know what I mean? That's what I do with this place. I absolutely love this city. And even, you know what, I was thinking a lot about Norman Park yesterday after that thing happened, where he was saying about Northern Ireland, and it's a disgrace, and it's this and it's that. It's a negative thing towards your home nation or whatever, you know, but that's not the right way to be. You need to have you need to appreciate your surroundings and be grateful for it, and that's when good things happen, you know what I mean? But to have that bitterness and that negativity, then things start going bad, you know what I mean? So I think the fact that I have them thoughts and the fact that I appreciate everything and I'm grateful for the things around me and the way things are going, that's why it's going so good for me.
So who's the best player in the world ever?
Me. In my mind, I'm always the best. I don't care what the people are thinking, what they say. In my mind, not just this year, but always, I'm always the best. I'm always going to say that, because I think we have to thinking we are the best in our area. So in my area, I think I'm the best.
Do you think what makes you different to the others, to the next rung on the ladder, if you like, of very good players, is the dedication level that you put in?
I think I'm good, but I think my main strength, it's my mind. I think it's my strongest point, it's my mind. Pierce, the numbers they don't lie. If you see during the last 15 years, my level is always kind of the same. So effort, dedication, work hard, because the talent is not enough anymore. And if you don't dedicate it 100%, you're not gonna reach the level that you want. For example, you arrive home, you had a lunch, you do it a quick nap, and you wake up, you play with your kids, blah, blah, and I have to go to the gym at least 30, 40 minutes, but this will make the difference in the end of the day, you understand? If you not do it that work, you miss one. The next day, it's 2 sessions that you lost. And I know in the end of the day, in the hand, they're gonna make a huge difference. Talent is not enough. I dedicate myself so much that this is part of me. Records is part of me. I don't follow the records. The records follow me, which is different.
Are you addicted to winning?
Yes, I am. I'm addicted to the success. Maybe sometimes I agree, maybe I have bad image in a pitch because I'm too serious, I take serious. But if you really know me, if you are my friend, if you live inside my house, if you share the day with me, you will know that I hate to lose. The people who call me arrogant, most of them, I like, one day to sit with them and to have a chat with them to see which way they see that I am arrogant. Because I think they have to sit with me, to speak with me, to know who is the real Cristiano.
What's your secret? Because you're showing no signs of slowing down, Cristiano.
No secrets, don't exist secrets. The secret is dedication and hard work, to be able to work 100% all the time. This is, if exists words, this is my secret. Maybe sometimes I agree, maybe I have bad image in a pitch because I'm too serious, I take serious. But if you really know me, if you are my friend, if you live inside my house, if you share the day with me, you will know that I hate to lose. The people who call me arrogant, most of them, I like, one day to sit with them and to have a chat with them to see
which way they see that I am arrogant, because I think they have to sit with me, to speak with me, to know who is real Cristiano.
If you are not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us. It's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, and don't settle. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
You have to work. I try to do it almost every day. This is why I'm in the top level many years. It's not by coincidence. It's because I do extra outside the pitch.
Easy is not an option. When you're working on something and you put everything you have in it, and it doesn't work out, you lose your money and other people's money. It's hard. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Ronaldo. They all back away from him again, and he shoots. Oh, it's got in! A second goal. A thunderbolt from Ronaldo. Round the grid and looking unbeatable here.
Cristiano Ronaldo, great feet. Cristiano Ronaldo, that is stunning. Absolutely stunning. He is still the man. Cristiano Ronaldo for Real Madrid.
Shooting. Great ball to Ronaldo.
These days, there's Ronaldo! Oh my goodness! Out of this world! Relationship is non-existent with the Spanish media at the moment. It's Ronaldo! It's brilliant! Well, watch out, Manchester United on Wednesday. A game of big emotions it will be for Cristiano Ronaldo. See, here's Ronaldo. Oh, it's magnificent! You don't stop those! It's Ronaldo. Did it well! Oh, goodness. What a goal! And that's even better than his first.
On the flip over the top. He can. Oh, he's lost the ball. Big chance for a second here. Cristiano Ronaldo takes his time. Still got time.